Burning to death is widely regarded as one of the most brutal and terrifying forms of execution in human history. It not only inflicts excruciating physical pain, but also creates a profound sense of psychological terror and helplessness. One of the most famous instances of this type of execution occurred in 1431, when Joan of Arc, a French heroine, was burned at the stake by the English. Her tragic end serves as a stark reminder of the cruelty that can be inflicted in the name of justice. Joan of Arc was a young woman who became a symbol of courage and leadership in France's fight for independence from English domination during the 100 Years' War. Despite her youth, she led the French army to several key victories, which bolstered French morale and turned the tide of the war. However, her growing influence and military success made her a target of English hatred and fear. In 1430, Joan was captured by Burgundian soldiers who were allied with the English and handed over to her enemies. The English, eager to rid themselves of this formidable opponent, put Joan on trial for heresy and witchcraft. The charges against her were baseless, but the trial was far from fair. Joan defended herself with great determination, but the outcome was predetermined. She was found guilty and sentenced to death by burning, a punishment designed to maximize both her suffering and the spectacle of her execution. On May 30th, 1431, Joan of Arc was led to the marketplace in Rouen, where a large crowd had gathered to witness her execution. The sight of the young woman, bound to a stake with kindling piled at her feet, must have been both heart-wrenching and horrifying. As the flames were lit, they quickly engulfed her body. The fire's intense heat caused her skin to blister and burn, a process that was agonizingly slow. Joan's screams echoed across the square, a chilling testament to the unbearable pain she endured. The physical agony of burning alive begins as the fire rapidly scorches the skin, causing it to blister and crack. The nerves, now exposed and inflamed, transmit waves of intense pain to the brain. As the fire consumes the flesh, it eventually reaches the internal organs, where the pain becomes even more unbearable. This process is slow and excruciating, making each moment a living nightmare. For Joan, this was the end of her courageous life, marked by unimaginable suffering. The psychological aspect of being burned alive is as harrowing as the physical pain. The sheer terror of seeing the flames inching closer, knowing there is no escape, amplifies the horror of the experience. Joan of Arc, faced with this horrifying fate, must have felt an overwhelming sense of dread and helplessness as the flames drew nearer. This psychological torment, combined with the physical agony, made her death one of the most brutal and inhumane executions in history. Joan of Arc's death left an indelible mark on history. Her execution was not just a personal tragedy, but also a public spectacle designed to intimidate and control. However, instead of erasing her memory, Joan's martyrdom only strengthened her legacy. She became a symbol of French resilience and patriotism, and her story was passed down through the generations as a testament to her bravery and sacrifice. The horrific nature of her death also highlighted the extreme cruelty that could be inflicted in the name of justice. The sight of Joan, consumed by flames, left a lasting impression on those who witnessed it, reminding them of the dark side of human nature and the lengths to which people will go to exert power and control. Joan of Arc's story is a powerful reminder of the physical and psychological horrors of burning at the stake. It is a form of execution that strips away human dignity, reducing the victim to a figure of intense suffering. Joan's tragic end is not just a chapter in history, but a cautionary tale about the dangers of fanaticism and the misuse of power. Burning at the stake is a method of execution that has been used throughout history to punish those who were deemed enemies of the state or church. However, it is also one of the most inhumane ways to die, as it prolongs suffering to an unimaginable degree. Joan of Arc's death is perhaps the most famous example, but it is far from the only one. Countless others have met similar fates, their deaths marked by the same combination of physical torment and psychological despair. The death of Joan of Arc serves as a grim reminder of the cruelty that can be justified under the guise of justice. It also underscores the resilience of the human spirit, as Joan's legacy has endured long after her death. She has become a symbol of courage in the face of adversity, and her story continues to inspire people around the world. Joan of Arc's tragic death by burning is a testament to the extremes of human cruelty and the enduring power of martyrdom. Her story, marked by both heroism and suffering, has resonated through the centuries, reminding us of the cost of standing up for one's beliefs in the face of overwhelming opposition. Joan's legacy is a powerful one, serving as both a cautionary tale and an inspiration to those who continue to fight for justice and freedom.